Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 239. My name is Jason Arpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here today with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today you're watching this. If you're watching it, it's the first time, the day it's released, it's September 3rd, 2025, which means your 11-month window from today is August 3rd, 2026, and the 7th month window is April 3rd, 2026. For those new to DVC, at your home resort, you can book 11 months in advance. The other resort series, you can book it 7 months in advance. So that kind of comes into play when you're deciding which resort you want to own. And we're going to go into the buy and sell side of things.
Jason's going to switch it up.
And this is, again, talking about another trip to Vero Beach. This was July 28th to August 1st. And this was Disney's Vero Beach standard in-room. Now, I will say, we don't request rooms, which maybe we're in the minority and we need to start requesting certain rooms because, of course, everything has to work out. Of course, someone has to be checking out when you're checking in. But this was probably our least favorite room that we've ever received. This is number 2310, which, I'm not really trying to make this, go viral and then no one ever requests 2310 and then this room becomes a very sad room. But this room, there was normally you have some type of, a little bit of a hallway. Sometimes they're extra long hallway in the room or shorter. And then you have, the hooks and the little, little shelf there. This was so small, that didn't even exist. The balcony was super small. So, it was, but again, we made do. We didn't arrive until 5:30 p.m. So I guess it's one of those things where if you're the last, part of me says is that you get the room, the best room as it becomes available if there's no requests. And so we were, stuck with the worst room at the end.
Maybe somebody got this room and they said, hey, I don't like this. Can I switch? And they switched and this is what you got because you got there so late.
And then, again, I'm just going to mention they have campfires Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, I will say this. I think that some of the staff that's been there forever, the rec staff, is no longer there.
Really?
Because to give you an idea, we went to the campfire on Monday night, and normally they sing until at least 8:55. So we usually show up about 8:45. We showed up at 8:45. The two people working I'd never met, and they were already done singing. So, and let's see, the beach. Oh, okay. So I did run into some people that I knew that were there.
Of course you did.
They request a certain room because I guess there's a room that has a king-size bed and that's all it has.
Yes.
But that room, are you aware of this?
I've heard of that, yes.
Okay.
Some of them do.
So this room was not available. And, the resort told them, that the resort was at capacity. And then this person I ran into, they were like, well, I don't think it's at capacity because, the pool chairs aren't full. That's what and I'm like, well, have you seen the beach? I'm like, this is the most people I've seen on the beach in all the times I've been here.
Really?
There was a lot of people on the beach. Now, keep in mind, this July was that was basically the hottest temperatures of any July since 1890. So when you were on the beach, of course, you had that breeze. The beach felt much better than the pool. The pool, it was like a 10-degree difference between the pool and the beach.
Oh, wow.
So many people were on the beach. And of course, if you go into the ocean water, it's refreshing and cool. And
versus the pool, which is like walking into like a hot tub almost.
Yeah.
It's bath water.
Exactly. So, I do think that the resort was, pretty full.
It always is.
Yeah.
If you don't think so, check availability. There's nothing for all of, June, July, August, for a while now. We were looking the other day to see if we could squeeze something in last minute, and there was just nothing available at all.
And again, I think it's just one of those things where everything like works itself out. You have a certain amount of guests on the beach, a certain amount of guests at the pool, a certain amount of guests, you know, driving around or whatever. Some guests only staying one night, you know, before a cruise or after a cruise, or, you know, so I don't think, it's just like so many people, you don't have like 90% of the people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it just all works out.
No, it's always nice and spread out. It never feels overcrowded or anything. It's always, It's always nice there. And every time you keep talking about these, I'm like, I went to Vero in February when my parents were visiting. I'm like, I didn't get my normal summer trip. And I'm going, I missed that trip a little bit. I need to figure something out. I don't know what I'm going to do.
And then, I mean, I will say, so normally we've been going to Vero Beach the week after school gets out, like the first week of June and then the last week of July. I mean, not that people want to know, but the first week of June, there's different things that my kids had to do, and they're like exhausted from the school year. And July, it doesn't rain as much as the first week of June. Like, we're talking about maybe possibly next year going for 4 nights, like the third week of July, coming home for 3 nights and then going back for 4 nights, just because it's so hot in Orlando in July. And then you get so I don't know if that'll happen again. We did go on your recommendation back to Vic's Pizza. Yes. My son did get the spaghetti and meatballs with the garlic knots. He enjoyed it, very good. And we did look at, we went back and looked at a house that we looked at back in July. And then we went back again to show it to my youngest son, because my oldest son, he didn't wake up in time. But then we went back a third time to look at it. And I mean, we're not buying a house right now, but it was nice to, see a possible neighborhood in the future. Who knows? But yeah, another good time in Vero Beach. And again, I love the resort. I mean, it's just, there's so many things I like about it. I'm sure we'll be back again. And we'll be back. We have our trip for New Year's scheduled. So hopefully that,
good. I didn't know that. Good.
Hopefully that goes as planned. So we'll see, because I will tell you that as my kids get older, I have a 10th grader and an 8th grader, it just gets it's not so easy it's easy. It was easier when my kids were between 6 and 10, I'll tell you that. Okay, now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
I hadn't planned on going back to Everglazed Donuts at Disney Springs anytime soon, but good fortune brought us back there, and I'll explain a little bit later. But we got to try their vanilla donut. It had a red-pink glaze on it, so I wasn't sure what it was at first, but after asking, they said it was vanilla. So it was vanilla donut with vanilla frosting on top of it. While it was a little bit plain, this donut seemed very fresh, better than previous donuts in the past. In the past, sometimes I felt that they were a little dry, the donut themselves. This donut was actually very, very good. Came with a little DVC paper on it, which was not edible. I'll explain that in a little bit. Overall, this donut gets an 8.2. Nothing fancy, relatively basic. And I'll go right into it. Because building on the donut that we just ate, DVC has a new promotion out called Disney Vacation Club Welcome Home Weeks. We're at Everglazed starting on August 20th. I know it just passed, but on every Wednesday for the next month, if you go there, you get a free donut. If you're a DVC member, so my wife and I went, you just show your DVC annual pass, your DVC-Y on your phone, and you get a free donut. So we happened to be going there, and I just found out about this that day. I was like, so we swung by, got 2 of the vanilla donuts. You didn't have a choice. That was it. They gave you a vanilla donut. Also at the DVC Gateway building, they're giving away free reusable Disney shopping bags. 1 per DVC member as well. So, also I want to mention on here that with this whole Welcome Home Weeks, it's August 14th to September 16th. You also get 40% off on food and non-alcoholic beverages at select table service restaurants at Walt Disney World. They've got Hollywood and Vine at Hollywood Studios, Tusker House at Animal Kingdom for lunch and dinner, Toledo, which is Tapa Steak and Seafood at Disney's Coronado Springs for dinner only, Boat Rights Dining Hall at Port Orleans, dinner only, Cape May Cafe at Beach Club, dinner only, Diamond Horseshoe at Magic Kingdom, Whispering Canyon Cafe at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, which we took advantage of twice over the past 2 months when they had the 40% off. Tiffin's Restaurant at Animal Kingdom, Coral Reef at Epcot, Ale and Compass at Yacht Club for breakfast and lunch only. And that is it. Again, these are Mondays through Thursdays only. So Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, you can't get this deal. August 14th to September 16th.
And then you have to be a Blue Card member.
You do have to be a Blue Card member for that, yes. Blue Card member, so show it on your phone, 40% off, plus all the welcome home stuff, which is really cool. The first time I've really seen them do that, I thought that was kind of fun. I happen to be going to Disney Springs because I needed to get some snacks to go over. And I happened to go on the DVC site to see if it had a 40%. I knew there was the 40% off promo to see if there's anything special for Disney Springs. While there was nothing there, that's when it happened to fall into the free Everglazed donut and the free bag. So I took advantage of those too. So nice little promotion going on right now by DVC. They don't do a lot of free stuff, so it's nice when they do.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not, this doesn't turn into a negative thing, but like at Disney's Vero Beach on Thursdays, they have a character on the lawn from 8 to 8:30. Now,
at night or during the day?
What?
Morning or at night?
No, at night.
Okay.
And it's, the same dates. Now, I wasn't there or anything, but I'd be curious to know because, again, obviously, free donut, having to be a Blue Card member, that's pretty obvious. You're not a Blue Card member, you're not going to get a free donut. But if, I don't know, if you have like an 8-year-old whose parents own resale, and then they want to get a picture with the character, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Does it work? Oh, you're saying you're not sure if it's Blue Card only?
No, I know it's Blue Card only.
It's Blue Card only to meet the characters.
Yeah, from 8 to 8:30 on Thursday. But I don't know if it becomes like an awkward thing,
Yeah.
Because,
Oh,
I mean, luckily because I'm assuming that, I don't know. Because these things are, more, cut and dry, black and white,
Yes.
If you're a character and then a kid says,
people are walking from the pool and like I don't have my Blue Card on me, I just was at the pool with my kid. I can't take a picture with Clarabelle Cow,
Right, and then you're gonna make a cast member say, are you a Blue Card member or a resale?
I feel they'd be a lot more lenient, but you never know.
I mean, that's what I would think. That'd be a little bit more lenient. Now that's Vero Beach.
Yes.
I know at Alani they're a little more strict with things.
Yes.
So at Vero Beach, I'm just curious. Again, there's a small percentage of people that be at Vero Beach 8 to 8:30. But if anyone was there, I'd love to hear your comments. What exactly happened?
And normally at that point, I'm hiding in the room trying to make sure I don't get eaten alive by the no-see-ums. Because again, they're dawn and dusk. So 8:30, I'm normally hiding at that point.
Because the thing is, they also had the movie on the lawn at 8:30. Oh. So you have not tons. You have a good amount of kids that are getting ready, lined up to watch the movie. So
and then if your character there,
yeah.
So no, Timmy, you can't see him, but your friends you just met, they can go meet Mickey Mouse. Sorry. Yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to leave it on a bad note, but it's just that's the character. Like Vero Beach, I don't think they were giving out anything for the. I forget what it's called.
Welcome Home Week.
Welcome Home Week. So they had a character meet and greet 8 to 8:30.
Interesting.
Anyway, we will see you next week.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any comments, please leave them below. We'd love hearing from you guys. Have a great day.
So when you go to Louisville and you said Chicago, does your oldest go too or no?